ladies and jellyfish, hormones of all sizes, welcome back to A.S.K's videos. Today I'm talking about what makes 2 or more cartoons deserve crossovers. Now, this is a very vague question that might seem pretty simple, but trust me, I go very in depth. So I'll start the discussion with, as always, a few examples. A few things that always help us start are a few shows that did or did not get crossovers, and I will use the 3 to talk about the types of crossovers. My first example is the 2009 TMNT Turtles Forever crossover TV movie. If you don't know, this is a crossover between the then recently ended 2003 TMNT cartoon and the classic 1987 TMNT you might think of more when you hear the name of the Turtles. This crossover is a franchise crossover, and I don't mean franchise as in Mother Network, but a big reboot franchise like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that has many shows to make interact. This is a fun crossover because it brings old and new fans together to watch a big special together. For example, I was born around the time 2003 came out, so I watched that, while my 70s dad watched the 80s cartoon in his childhood, so we can come together and enjoy this crossover if we wanted to. And with at least one show a fan recognizes, they watch and understand at least a bit of the plot if they don't know anything about the other show. In this case, an older reincarnation of the same concept. This is easiest to do for companies like the franchise that owns the TMNT brand respectively. The next type is a similar show crossover, and for this one I've got 2 examples. One is the Ben 10 Generator X crossover that happened a few years ago, and the Power Rangers TMNT crossover. These 2 bring in 2 similarly structured shows and make a plot that makes sense in both shows' universes, and the characters solve it together. It brings in double the fans. The point is that the fans get introduced to a similar show that they probably enjoy because the alternative is pretty similar. It is my personal favorite kind of crossover, and the best in terms of business in my opinion. And now, why 2 shows cannot be in a crossover together. My example is the SpongeBob and the Loud House. People have wanted to see this team up since the Loud House came out and became what it is today. But the thing is, these shows have nothing to do with each other. The Loud House is about a boy in a house full of girls, and SpongeBob is about an anthropomorphic sponge who works at a fast food restaurant underwater. You can't make a crossover just because they're Nickelodeon's main shows. Well, now that I think about it, Nickelodeon would do anything for a quick buck, so. But in terms of legitimate crossover, those are my thoughts. So to quickly generalize the things I said, to have a crossover, you have to have 2 shows with a really similar premises and can both be supported by a big plot, or they can be from one brand but different, like the TMNT example. If 2 shows aren't like that, they don't deserve crossovers in my opinion. Okay, so those were my thoughts on what deserves crossovers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!